one podcast?
Oh, no.
Unless I'm tripping. Where you announce that we're live.
That's the best stuff.
That is the best stuff. That's smart.
All right,
but
ready? Y'all ready?
dang.
You ready? Yeah. Okay.
Nah,
Yeah. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's boy Willie Mars here with
Corbin, Dallas,
and you are watching
the
Kast GSO podcast.
We're gonna do that again. We're gonna do that. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's boy Willie Mars here with
Corbin, Dallas.
and this is
The Kast GSO podcast.
That was way better. It only takes like 3 or 4
It
times.
usually does take that long.
Me too.
And with the group too.
Yum, right? You're welcome.
I'm surprised I don't have on like headphones to hear people.
Oh, the bonus one was on the other side.
Sign me. I'm weak, right?
If only. But all right, so today, this is Kast GSO podcast. We haven't done this in a while. It's been like a long time.
Because I noticed how yours doesn't have this part.
Because that's a table mic.
Oh,
You can take it off if you want to.
how do I take it off?
Unscrew it.
That's okay. I answered your question.
All right. So today's topic is accountability and opportunity. Accountability and opportunity. So we've been having this debate between the older generation and the newer generation, and the newer generation are always, we're saying, for the young generation, you gotta work hard, you gotta be diligent, you gotta be A, B, C, and D to get to the next level. Younger generation, let me know if I'm wrong or not. They're saying we are doing that, we are doing everything we can do, but no one's guiding us and helping us. Am I right? Wrong? But either way, we're going to get to the bottom of it and figure out what do we need to do to move forward with everything else. Because we are community. We are the Greenville dance community. Even, not just dance, art as well too. Just all in general, all as a whole. We are all one person. So, the point of this podcast, interview, talk, whatever you want to call it, is to get a good understanding, move forward, and come together and take a shit. Alright? Who wants to go first?
I got a question.
Virginia!
I just want to know how AJ is in this group chat and he's not a part of our friend group and Doc's not even in the group chat. It makes me really upset to know that we have someone freeloading off of the success of the group that he contributes is not even his opinion. But that's all I had.
Well, AJ was part of the first season. AJ was part of the first season. Mr. Doc over here, Don over here, he was part of season 2. Corbin. He was part of season 2. So once he gets in there, once I get done editing his video there,
Oh, son.
and all these characters,
Yeah.
then we'll be adding him to the group chat.
I wanna be
And as well as everybody else.
I was just asking. What is it?
Accountability and what?
Accountability and opportunity. Yeah.
You've had the opportunity to add you to the group chat.
But you're not,
Thank you. There's no reason why you should not be in the group chat. There's no reason why you should not be in the group chat.
I've been drawing your character yet. I haven't drawn your character yet.
Don't
Set them up then.
There's a lot of season 2 characters I haven't drawn yet.
You can be the invisible man for all I care. There's no reason why you're not in there.
Thank you.
It's shame.
I would not talk in the group chat.
Oh yeah, because this past week it's nothing to do with
Don't tell me about it. Anyways, here we go.
Yeah. So, does anybody
It's
have
giving
something to say?
Kardashian.
Anyone want to start a conversation with anything?
Raise your hand if you feel like you are new generation. Shazam. Yep, cool, sweet. And who thinks they're old generation?
Wait, okay.
And then you're like a middle.
I'm mid.
You're like a middle.
I'm mid.
Yeah,
What's considered mid?
Huh?
What's considered mid? Like
Do you remember battles at the Breakfast Club?
in Charlotte, yes.
You remember about that Green Bean?
I'm mid.
Yes. I remember one battle at the Green Bean. Down here, right?
Do you remember battles?
I remember the first Funky North
Do you
Carolina.
remember battles in Chapel Hill? Battles.
No.
Okay, cool, you're mid.
Winston State.
Huh?
Winston State.
Winston-Salem State.
Yes, I do remember that.
When did y'all have all of these?
You're
You
mid.
mid. You're mid, yes. You're all right.
Oh yeah.
So am I still considered mid though?
Yeah, you're like, you're like upper mid.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Who's calling?
Who is that?
I'm weak.
Who are these people?
Okay, come on, phone off.
Hey.
Okay. these niggas ready to talk. All right, so
Who is that prototype?
Prototype said he on the way.
okay, let me know.
Prototype ain't on the way.
Oh.
You remember me. You remember. We do this every time. Say it. TT. TT. We can say it like that first.
Fat boy.
TT. You remember me. Look at how you look at me. You remember me. You remember me. You remember the dance.
For the people on the side, he's talking to a child.
All right,
Toddler on FaceTime.
all right, cool.
Not
So,
talking to a grown
all
man
right,
named TT.
all right, Dedrick and everybody else. So we're gonna mute you guys, so you guys just listen in, and if you're really ready to say something, just like I guess ping or do something. You know, that's
Yep,
that.
yep.
All right. Bet.
Should they have like? Should we be able to see them too, as well as?
Are we recording?
My stand though, it's a finger cuff. It's not like really a stand. Okay, this thing I can be able to
There you
see.
go.
All right, yeah. If you want to say something, just raise your hand. We can see it.
Or should we turn it towards the camera and then
Oh yeah, or just say something in the group chat, and Ty will say something. All right. So, young and old generation. Let me hear from the young generation. So basically, it's you two right now. So
and
Al.
Stoney's chair.
And Stoney's chair.
yeah.
Thank you.
Stoney's chair. My bad. I'm so sorry. Stoney's chair. So, how do you feel about the community that you're in as a dancer or artist?
That's too close of a other question to just make me go bubbly.
Go bubbly?
Yeah, this generation is too nice, to be honest.
Too nice?
So they're getting a little harder.
A little harder?
Yeah.
What do you think is holding you back from moving forward? That's your fault.
For me personally, I'd say I still got work to do. Like, I mean, I'm doing more than what I was doing before. But I mean, I'm new gen. I've only been here for what? I think I met y'all in like 2017.
Right, like at Shiners?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just now like putting myself out there. So me personally, like I say, I have to do a little bit more work. But going back to what you said in the beginning, I do see new gen like putting in work, and they'll put in work, get connections in another state, and don't get no love back home type thing.
Yeah.
It's like as far as that being a thing, I do see it, and I feel like when they bring it to OG and when they bring it to vets, they kind of get pushed to the side. It's like, oh, you don't do this, you don't do that, and it's not like, okay, you can do this better, or you feel me? Like they don't really give credit to where it's due. It's always, I feel like it's always critique.
Yeah.
I know like it's needed sometimes, but like I feel like too much critique and you're not really showing any love.
Yeah, not uplifting you.
Yeah. It's like, so what kind of relationship is this?
Yeah. It's like, oh, you can do better, and walk off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the only critique they give, is just do better, or do they give you like actual like feedback? Because like for me,
Is it like majority? It's just like critique, or is it like, you know?
But
like, is it shade or is it a critique?
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between the two.
I've seen both sides. I've definitely seen shade. I think more. Speaking for myself, I don't really see it as shade. I mean, I'm a chill person. I think anybody's nice until like you blatantly say I don't like you. But like, as far as like being in the young generation community and like just talking with people and seeing their experiences, I've seen to where it seems like shade because they'll say one thing, like the old generation will say one thing, and then let the same situation happen to like one of their people. It's a whole different.
It's like a favoritism.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like they're gonna give you just some feedback, but not enough to like get you to grow as much as you can.
Right.
Yeah. So they'll tell you straight, you okay, you nice, but not tell you something. I don't know. Do you feel like they're trying to?
That's what topic.
I would
I've been
say-
trying to
what
ask them
I would
how to
say-
pop and stuff.
You don't
What
like
I would say, what I feel like what Brandon's saying is like people put in work outside. Like say someone puts in work outside of the community. When they come back to the community, what the community does is like basically undermine what they've done and say, oh, well, you didn't do it here, or stuff like that. So it's not valid.
For real?
Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what you're saying.
I'm not in the conversation.
You have not been, sir. You have not been.
It's because you're not in the group chat. Yep.
I wish I just hear these conversations because all this stuff that I'm hearing right now.
Yeah, because like you have been out there, but I think
No, I've been like
all over.
not doing anything. But yeah, I used to be all over the place, but now I'm just not even in the loop as far as the battles and stuff go. Or
It might be a good thing. There's a lot has been going on.
yeah, like the stuff I be hearing is like people sound soft, like super soft, like extra soft. Like,
Wait, what?
Soft.
You're soft?
No, I'm saying that
People
what
are-
these complaints I've been hearing, be sounding soft.
Like what kind of planks that,
Like
for example?
like other than you said just now what you said, but you said also that you take it, but you're still growing, right? Most people are gonna probably say like, yo, people ain't bigging me up, blah blah blah, my stuff was fresh, blah blah, it was off the chain, without even acknowledging the growth factor. You know what I'm saying? They're expecting this like
They need
it's like I am this, like they need someone to be like, yo, that shit was dope, blah blah blah. You on like, yo, I took the critique, blah blah blah. I know I'm still growing, yada yada yada, and it's true because I remember the first time I saw you and I was like, no. And then over time I was like, you look better, you look really good. And then this past week I was like, yo, come dance with us. I don't ask people to come dance with me unless I know they got the skill. Like, and I saw you on the spot, and I was like, yeah, we getting it in, right? So like, I never, like, I've turned down homies when they were like, yo, we gonna do a 2-on-2. I'm like, no, we not. We gonna cypher, all right? This is about this money. Like, I don't care about nobody's feelings when it comes to like battles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know that you're growing because I've seen it grow. I've seen it when it was like trash, and then it was like, okay, that's gas. All right, I was lucky. Ooh, okay, he got a skill now. You see what I'm saying? And hearing you say, I still got growth to do, and now you even surpassed me because I do all styles, but like, you know, you was like, not on my level. I never like popping shit, but still, like, I've seen your growth. So like, I respect that with you also saying that you're growing. I don't hear that from the new generation. They automatically think, yo, I'm there at that level. Like, no, you're not. You're not. Like, I don't even train when I go to battles, and I still body people. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, so like, people should be bodying me, like, nonstop, like, no matter what. I don't train, right? So like, if you's new generation, and if you train like you say you train, like, I know you train. I know you train because I've seen her grow. Okay, I've seen her, like, I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen that before. Nice. If I keep on seeing the same stuff, and I keep seeing the same stuff, so that's what I mean. By like, if I keep on seeing the same stuff and you saying you training, that's not true. Even this dude, like, he surprises me, and he's sickly. You know what I mean? But he surprises me not because of the skills that he do. He surprises me based off of the new shit that I see, because I already seen this stuff. Me and him battle before, like against each other and everything. And like, he still leveled up since then. And he was a murderer then. You see what I'm saying?
And we know each
so
other
like,
for years, too.
Yes.
Years.
So like, if you're not leveling up, like the OGs are leveling up, it makes no sense because y'all have all the time. Y'all have more time. So yeah, that's what I mean by they soft. They want the acknowledgement, but haven't done nothing. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the OGs didn't have OGs. I didn't have no OG. You know what I had? I had Soul Train. I had Soul Train, and I would record that shit, and then I would watch the line. And sometimes Soul Train didn't even have a line some weeks. That would suck. I would watch the whole thing, and there was no Soul Train. Watch Bad Dancing for like a whole 45 minutes with commercials.
Yeah, it was.
Commercials.
You said, yeah, he said Soul Train.
I'm dead. Soul Train.
I'm trying.
I would wait for Avion to come on. You know what I mean? And I steal his moves. I would watch Breaking and Beat Street. You see what I'm saying? That stuff. Y'all know about that? Y'all know about recording stuff on a VHS tape? And having to record it and rewind it and fast forward it?
Yeah, you telling your age right now, Bo. You telling your age right now, Bo.
We couldn't have DVDs and stuff like that. We had a VHS on my grandma's. You know?
Do you remember the show Dance 360?
What's that?
I wanted to
No.
just touch on
Okay,
that.
anyways, but nonetheless, I digress. We had to record all stuff. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, that was our tutorials. We didn't have the stuff like that.
There was,
So
back then there was no one teaching us how to
yeah,
do it.
no one taught us
And
nothing.
We had to learn how to break our neck with the head spins.
I broke my neck. I got the scar to prove it.
Yeah.
You did? You broke your neck?
Yeah,
Like
I got
broke
a
it,
metal
broke?
plate in my neck right now. And I'm still bodying people.
How long ago did this?
That's why, like, at the battle,
I heard that happened.
Like,
But
Dallas, he's in there. I always say there should be no reason why Doc should be Corey Dallas should be moving forward in the East.
I should not. At all.
There's one way. Like the Seven Smoke, y'all should have stamina the hell out of it.
Y'all should stop me, like non-stop. No matter what.
This dude was doing cartwheels and splits and all that. I was like, how are you still wheels?
So what was the question again? I want to make sure we're
Oh,
circling back
oh,
to
we get-
the question, yeah.
No, I said that the new generation is soft. Like soft serve ice cream.
Yeah.
They don't have the drive. They got the skill, they got the talent, they got the energy, but they don't have the
So-
drive.
Oh, the
I
question
would
was-
say-
the
wait,
question
wait.
was, what do you think
Can I
is
respond to that like real fast?
Hell yeah.
It's very fair. I want to say that it is very, very fair. But also, times are changing. Times are different. I feel like for like this generation, because I'm from Cap, same way he said, I definitely got a lot more training and growing to do. I tell you all the time, I don't want no damn smoke. I don't want no smoke. Like I don't, because I know my place and I know my position. So like
but when it
that.
came to you, when it came
But
to
also
you,
too, I'm not gonna back down. Like you ain't gonna try to sit here and tell me I can't
That's
dance and I'm
growth.
gonna spit my crap. That's different.
That's
Like
growth.
now, I don't care who you are. Seriously, I'll take my L, but like I'm gonna still show you like, okay,
Yeah.
relax some, cause like I said, I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
But as far as that, like times are a little bit different. So like things are a little bit, job, school. Like I feel it's different when people really are like trying to. He's not doing shit. Genuinely just not doing shit. And I feel like you can call it out. Like y'all smell the baloney when you see it. Like you can call it out. But I feel like it's also different. Like for some people, like I'm not gonna care for me. I could be doing a lot more, and I should be doing a lot more. I will be doing a lot more. But like, for instance, like there are times or like periods where, for example, like the 2v2, I genuinely feel like we could do better. Like we have chemistry. We're a couple, like, you see what I'm saying? But like, I feel like also too, times kind of like, depending on the times of like what's going around at the time, like it can interfere with like, the training, the mindset of like, okay, I got this drive to do what I want to do. But at the end of the day, I know for a fact, especially like both of us, we want to dance for the rest of our lives. Point blank period. Like that's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
But again, it's kind of like sometimes life does interfere with like what we are trying to do, and sometimes I kind of hate that it kind of, sometimes it does seem like, oh, you're just soft. I'm not trying to disrespect what you said. Like I said, that was some real shit. But like, it's soft, but also it's like, damn, do you know what's going on behind the scenes? Like, I'm trying. Like, I really am trying. Put yourself in my shoes a little bit. But at the same time, like I said, I understand it both. Because like you said, I'm not gonna cap. I can push harder. I could be doing a lot more. I need to be more motivated. Definitely need to be more fucking motivated. But, I feel like it's also like understanding both sides, like y'all said. Like, genuinely having an open ear and open mind.
So I think, and I'm just very, very new to the scene. Probably I've been there the shortest. But I have been in the art scene, like visual arts. I am considered an OG in that sense. And so I see it's really cool to sit here as a new generation, but knowing a little bit about an older generation of artists. And we run into the same problems. We have the same things happening. And what's good is the feel that you're getting. That's the feel that made me an OG, because I didn't see the opportunities happening. I didn't have the education to get the opportunities. So I would complain a lot, and I would complain a lot with a lot of people, and then we would all get together and figure out what we could do to make it better for the next generation. And now when we look back, there's so many opportunities that people forgot about where the OGs, came from. But it all feeds into itself. So I think it's good that we're having these feelings of not enough bread going around, or the gatekeepers only doing, having a list of favorites. You're supposed to feel that pressure because your community needs it. And one thing that I have noticed from traveling around from scene to scene is that the scenes that are stronger are they united between each other, like within their community, and they did something about it, whether they threw their own shows, like we did that in Charlotte, and then museums started talking to us. So it's really cool that Greensboro doesn't have that, because it's seeking for that next generation to make the push, but it takes the OG and the new generation to make that happen. So I think we're in a really exciting time in Greensboro to have those conversations. And yes, we're softer because the OGs had it way harder. We were supposed to make it easier for the next generation, but we take it for granted. And we become entitled, and we forget that while there is a life that happens, somehow someone scraped the honor to do something outside of their little bit of time that they had. So this is where we're all sitting down and being like, where can we shave a little bit of time and put it all together and make one giant clock where we can make a lot of cool things happen. So I think that's where this is headed, but that's just me. I have no emotion towards it because I don't know anybody like that. I'm not that good to be told like you can tell me you suck and I'll be like, okay, like I'm gonna keep training, you know? But I think this is a good time to have this conversation.
I just
No, go ahead.
I think that's all she's saying.
it's just because I think I really consider it a mid. And the reason why I say that is because I don't dance, but as a curator,
You're around the number.
it's
It's
just
not like, it doesn't have to be completely dance, it's the art.
yeah. But you know, I just have had the luxury of like sitting between all of you and to be with you guys. And y'all saw me when I first came out. Like this city, my city, like where I'm from, did not rock with my artwork. Like they did not like us at all. I almost went to jail here. Like they was like not the street art and stuff. You couldn't do that here 5-6 years ago. And then you know, meeting up with you guys, y'all were OGs in my eyes. I admire y'all so much. You know my family. So whenever I'm looking at the work that y'all are doing and seeing that y'all are getting these platforms, I remember being like, damn, I'm talented. Like these are my friends, and they getting opportunities above me. But what I didn't have, that they did have, that Ladarius has had, that which Corbin has had, you know, above me. Even I'm shocked to say that I even wanted to give like Daniel his flowers too. You know, they were already doing the work. They were coming into spaces like this, like CVA, like your Cultural Arts Center, infiltrating these spaces. Whereas me, coming from where I'm from, a lot of the time they weren't trying to talk to us. So that's when I partnered up with like Delinquent and Emilio, and we started doing our own shows. And when I started doing my own shows, boom, now I'm meeting people like Stoney's chair, who not for nothing is tagging off the side of the building doing some craziness. I couldn't even touch her, but now they got me painting beside this girl. And I'm looking, this is like somebody like I consider my OG in the art scene. So it's like, you know, when I saw those messages and I heard the complaints, and I'm like, that's why my response is what it was. Because being a mid, and literally like right now in this time, as we sit here right now, y'all know we just left up out of this space. So like, having to have done the work to advocate for the new generation, but to also to validate the OGs that I respect so much, like to bring it all full circle, you never lose that drive. You never lose the ambition that started you, but also too, like I was saying, and I'm so glad you said that, you gotta pay homage to the hustler. And like Corbin was saying, like when they call us soft as neos, or they call us, you know, entitled, because really what it is just it's unchecked entitlement. And then you hate to use the word entitlement, but it is. When you think about the fact that no, you're not getting on these major platforms, but look at how much work people putting in around you to get you seen though. Like, not trying to be funny, but there is a cypher every week in LaBauer Park. You know, it takes about a stack to rent LaBauer Park, and they let him cypher out there. And I think it's cool that when you look at the politics of it all, that we are by way of these spaces where we could get the recognition. It's just that what is that extra thing we can do to get seen? And as much as I can put you on the stage, and I'm not only because you're here, that's why I'm like gonna mention you, but like I can put you on the stage because you saw we had an amazing opening night, right? I can get you there, but what sold that show was you doing the thing. And I remember you trying to get everybody in here just to come into a free gallery space and dance. We were like, yo, it's free, you ain't gotta pay nothing. In fact, I'm gonna pay you. We set it up to where everybody was getting paid. If you sold your ticket, I think you opted out of selling your tickets, you just wanted to be supportive. But like anybody who sold a ticket kept 100% of their proceeds. All you had to do was just sell a ticket. And back in the day, they used to hustle us. They used to say, you sell your ticket and I get half your proceeds, and then 10% go to the gallery, and you get like 5% of your sales. But like to do that, like it's showing you that there are
to us, like you just get in free.
free, and then you might get a plus one. You might get a plus one.
I think that's might get a plus one.
And you know, it was
You might get a water with that.
right, coming up out of that, and as my introduction to the arts community of Greensboro, they have this, you know what I mean, like to see these transitions and into the welcome to people like Punchline, to like you, to like, you know, like to see all of y'all come. It's like, I can't do nothing but respect where you are, but I agree with my OGs 100%, and I think it's because I started curating the shows that y'all are doing that I realized it's like literally everything, it's a lot of work.
Well, I got a few notes that I want to say that what
Oh,
y'all
sorry.
need to do.
Can I
Go.
So like, adding on to what Virginia said and agreeing with what Brandon said. One thing I will say about this new generation, their passion for what they want is insane. Because like this right here, the fact that they're willing to say something out loud shows how passionate they are with what they're doing. Because they could have easily just sat back and said, oh, we're not getting enough behind closed doors. But they decided to say something out loud versus just what I guess my generation did for a while, taking the punches and just rolling with it. Yeah. So, yeah, and just roll with it. Different punches.
Then eventually it should turn into a mentorship where it's a well-oiled machine for everybody. So that
I would say one thing. I was gonna say one thing about that. I know the younger generation is actually like asking the mid generation to kind of be like the mentors. And the one thing I will say about that, we're still in our growth phase. And with that, we're still trying to move forward. And sometimes that involves us not really being in this city.
It's like being a middle child. Between like your parents and the younger siblings, when you're trying to like translate. You like be the anger translator from the mom, but also be the anger translator from the little sister.
Yeah.
Like, no, I get it. Like, but this is what she's trying to say. This is what he's trying to say. But then have your own stuff going on too. It's tight, man. But it's the business.
But the mentorship isn't always about an OG coming to you, because like at the same time, even though I'm an OG, you're a grown ass woman. It's not my job to come to you like blah 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 like this and third.
Right.
But there's only been one person that actually has came to me and was like, yo, will you mentor me? Will you teach me? That was Luke. Like, she's like, yo, I want to learn how to break. And then y'all saw us on the corner and everything. We had met at one time, and we were just jamming out. CC's, running CC's all over the place. Footwork, this, that, and third. You know what I'm saying?
We did that for like a couple weeks. I said we did that for like a week. Yeah.
You saw me on like near MLK, and it was also on the other spot.
That corner.
Yeah. On the corner. And I did OG stuff. You know what I mean? But like if you want to really get better at your craft, like you gotta put in the work just like the OGs did. Like, have you been in the club? How many times have we seen any of the new squad in the club?
We used to tear the clubs down.
No, wait, time out. We still turn out. Like, I'm asking a real question. Like, this is street dance. This is hip hop. Where is hip hop at? It's in the club. All right? Just like Cardi B. I'm in the streets. Like, I haven't seen nobody in Greensboro from the new school
Hosting no parties, doing no kickbacks.
Killing nothing.
Only
Street dancer on the corner, like on the corner, not in the park, but we was on the corner. Okay, we was on Washington.
Only person I can say that still does that,
Yeah.
is Prototype.
Yeah, Prototype. Yeah, exactly. But he ain't no new person.
No, you're not.
Like work, we work too. Okay, we work hard. We had to pay.
Right.
You know what? We had to drive like Atlanta, Florida. We had to pay that stuff.
I got my babysitters.
Yeah, we work too. So we had to find time for that. But we had that drive to like actually like level up. You see what I'm saying? On top of that, combinations.
All right.
You said it yourself. Y'all is a group, right?
You gotta
How
go.
many combinations do y'all have? How many combinations do you and Gigi have?
How many commandos do you
How
have?
many, how many dance battle combinations?
Let
do
me
y'all
let
have?
y'all know now. We,
4?
like, it's work, like, again, I'm gonna let you finish though, cause I
Well,
gotta
yeah. So this is really good, and these are just questions to like answer. You know what I mean? Like, how much are you working on your craft other than like ciphering? Like, are you like in the club and actually dancing? I go to the club to like work on my skill because ciphering and dancing in the club and doing that and having that like people that don't know nothing about dance and they be like, "Ooh, you doing that?" Or like people just like that sharpens you up too. You know what I mean? And some people like, "Oh, that was nice," but you get that feedback. You know what I mean? I'm going dancing tonight. And I work like from like 8 to 5 today. You see what I'm saying? On top of that, no excuses.
Where you
You
going?
can't have no excuses.
Where you
Now,
going?
wait, you're talking about you can't have no excuses. If you want to level up, if you got that fire, if you really want that, like say you want it, because there's gonna be 99 dancers saying this is why I can't. And there's gonna be one dancer saying, I can't relate. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta have that. And like, you know, I'm just telling you because I love you.
And that I get, and that's one thing I feel like, it kind of brings me back to what Brandon said, like when sometimes the older generation has nothing to do but like, you know, kind of degrade in a way. And okay, if you went through it, that's fine. But that was your path. You see what I'm saying? Like, again, my thing is like, maybe, I've been talking to the wrong people. Because for one, I'm not gonna cap the whole club thing, like how it originated in clubs and stuff like that. Guess where I learned that? At my fucking, well, it's not a PWI anymore, it's like an MWI, whatever. UNCG, honey, I learned that in my dance history class, actually, before I learned it from my OGs. And I was in my OGs before I was really in this class. Like how, where this, street
Where it
culture
started?
originated
You
from.
learned it from school?
Yeah, I might have learned what was in the styles, but I mean, same how you said, it originated in clubs, like hip hop and stuff, especially hip hop. I learned that, like you said, it originated in clubs. It started with, if I'm not mistaken, the disco and stuff, and they branched off of that. Yeah, and you know, either way, I knew it was it's parts, the outside, you know, kind of like what we're doing now. But either way, it's I didn't get the full history. I only got what I'm trying to be in now because that's all that's been introduced to me by the people that I'm asking to help me or guide me.
So they just told you, hey, to get better, do this. They ain't
it's what,
mold you into a better dancer.
It's different, and that's the thing that also kind of pisses me off because it's I'm, like you said, I'm gonna work, and like you said, especially as we've been talking, especially as you've been trying to motivate us with what he's been trying to do, and there's a lot of things going on. I see that this world is corrupt as hell. Like y'all said, if I really want something, I gotta bust my ass for it, point blank, period. I don't got mommy and daddy gonna help me right now. You see what I'm saying? And again, this man, he's out here trying to do it for himself. Point blank, exactly. So it's not that, again, maybe it's that we was talking to the wrong people, because again, I might be growing a little bit slower than, you might have, but at the end of the day, again, we're trying to express the time that we're not growing at all. Because also too, little do y'all know, our names is gonna get big. We're really trying to work with, especially him, he's really trying to work with the community. What he said he wanted to do when I first met him, he's trying to put it in front of his face. Right. So again, it's don't discredit other people's path and how they get there. But again, like I said, or he was trying to say, for me sometimes too, it's
Did you think I was trying to discredit?
Oh, no, not
Okay,
you,
cool.
not you.
Sure,
It's
sure.
definitely not you. It's definitely not
make
you.
sure, yeah.
But again, too, you said, sometimes I feel some of the
I ain't gonna
mids,
discredit nothing.
some of the mids, like you said, how I know my place. I know I'm definitely new generation, but sometimes I feel certain people, especially when they try to kind of own what you were doing, oh yeah, you're doing that because of me, or kind of oh yeah, I did that. It's
you just gotta go through
who are you? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna acknowledge who was in my path. I'm gonna acknowledge who my mentors were. I'm gonna acknowledge who helped me. Did you get come on, get real. I can't sit here and say I did it all by myself.
But the question is this.
But why is you taking credit for something? But at the end of the day, you did not push me.
Hey, you could say, you know what? Yeah, you taught me this, but I pushed myself first. You know what I'm saying? And also you gotta be a student. Me, I'm still a student. I'm asking this guy stuff. I asked various stuff. I think I asked you stuff before, when he was outside. You always gotta be a student.
Yeah.
You can't be this person that think that you know everything. As soon as I saw him leveling up, I was like, it's time for me to ask him some stuff. Like, and like, you know, I swallowed that pride. I'm an OG, but still at the same time, this dude got some skills that I want. You see what I'm saying? It's like that right there.
And I think
like,
that's what
take that
bothers me,
point.
not to cut you off. Not like some OGs are not like that, or like some of the ones that are stepping into being OGs, like the mids, like they don't have that mentality. It's more about like mine. Or like you're too busy trying to battle the new generation instead of build us. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
And then you get mad when we get upset or we feel the way we feel, but at the end of the day, like, you're really not trying to build or contribute to this new generation. Again, you're just trying to battle us.
Now, you see
We're
that
not
feeling
like
you got
we're
right
not
there?
trying to do
You
that.
see that feeling you got right there? Earlier you said you don't want that smoke. You need to have that feeling every time you dance, because that's that smoke. That's what you're talking about. You see that right there? Whenever you say that you don't want that smoke, like me, for example, I was at an All Styles battle, right? It was like the All Styles battle at Breaking Out and everything. And like I was like going through the cypher, like, and like Tahu was there and everybody like big ass names, you know what I mean?
I remember.
And then I was like, I'm gonna enter this battle, and I saw Tahu and I was like, it's too sick. And I was like, you know what? I ain't say, oh, I don't want to battle Tahu. I was like, I hope I battle him first. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my mentality. No matter if he got like all the moves in the world, it's like, I want that smoke. Because I know for a fact that when anyone that's better than me, like whenever I battle them, I pull shit out my ass that's like ridiculous. Long story short, I was going through the cypher. I accidentally like stepped on Tahu's foot when I was like freestyling, and then I was like, oh shit. And then he took it personal, and then he came at me. And I was like, bet. So we just had a nice little battle in the cypher and everything else like that. I bust like this halo to an icy ice and shit, and got up and was like, bam. He was like, bet. We dapped each other up and everything. I was like, I don't do that shit again. You know what I mean? But he came at me. I was like, fuck it. Like, I ain't gonna back down. Like, I ain't give him no like. He started getting his top rock and stuff like that, and I was like, bet. This is about to go in. But that's what I wanted, you know? I wanted that smoke, even if I didn't want the smoke. As soon as you have that fear, that's where you go through it. You see what I'm saying? Like they say, the quickest way through, they say the quickest way through hell is going through it. You see what I'm saying? So whenever you have that feeling of like, I don't want to do this, that's what you really want to do, okay? There's two ways to take anxiety. You could look at anxiety or like that feeling that you call anxiety. One is considered a negative and you call it anxiety, okay? That same feeling, if you give it a positive aspect to it, that's called excitement. So whenever you feel it, anxiety, like reflect and be like, oh shit, no, I ain't afraid. Oh, I'm excited. You see what I'm saying? So when you say you don't want that smoke, you want that smoke. Okay, so every time you say I don't want that smoke, from now on, remember that. Like, remember that energy you had right there and transmute that to that. You see what I'm saying? That's how you win. Because every time I battle and I think I'm gonna lose, and I'm like, someone gotta lose, ain't gonna be me. And it's gonna be, you see what I'm saying? Like I think I'm gonna lose, but then it's like, you know what? Not today. You see what I'm saying? But every time I go to the anxiety part, like, I don't want to do this, get my ass washed. You see what I'm saying? So just change it. Like that energy you have right there is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what you need to have, like nonstop.
Yeah.
Even when you're tired at work, like, but remember that energy. Cause like you have the option to like say tomorrow, or you have the option to say, not today. Who knows? Even that video that you might record on that day that you don't feel like dancing, that shit gonna pop.
Like, prime example, when you and Ja went at it. Yo, you were just trying to chill, be cool, whatever like that. But when it came to you were ready. And remember I was talking to you, like, breathe, inhale, exhale. Use that energy that you got right there, put it on the floor. And then you ate. I was like,
That's one of the best.
yeah,
That's
yo, because when Ja went, she did her thing, or she did like, you know, her little, like, yeah, you can't do this. And then that shoot she got done, boom. I was like, yo, that's what you need. Take that, but take all that energy, because I know you go far. Learn how to control that energy. All right, because if you just let it go all over the place, you will end up being trash. You'll end up being defeated, and you will not like it. So that's why we always tell you, like,
Be a little bit ignorant though.
be about your shit.
Yeah, no, I mean like be ignorant somewhat because like
Because Virginia, though, like me being an African man, I was not accepted with other black artists when I came to the city. I was not accepted. I wasn't drawing Hotep. I wasn't drawing tennis shoes. I wasn't drawing black Afro women. I was drawing black men. I was drawing characters that didn't have color.
We had professors of A&T, ENTG telling us that our art
Was not valid.
it was not art because it didn't look like what you were presenting.
It doesn't look, because this is awesome. This is dope. But it didn't look
I
like
came in
this.
here and I got chills. My mentors do stuff like this.
Yeah.
So I came in here and I knew me. That's like I kept saying, who are my now? Because I need to find this person. That's where my head is.
Yeah.
I used to come in spaces like this, and I'm sorry, because that was my whole point. That's all I was gonna say. Is like, I feel it so deep, exactly how you feel. But like, keep it in. We had no leaders. We had no teachers.
And we were looking for them.
It moved. This craft that we have, it moves through us all. We're not self-taught. There were people in our bloodlines doing this long before we came here. So now it's just our time to realize the gift of what it is and take it to the next level for our generation's next day. And we're family. So it's like when subjects like this come up in the family, it's gonna be a little bit of energy behind it because it is like us having to kind of have a conversation with our younger selves again, how we would approach this situation again if we had a second chance to do so. That's why I think I respect the young generation so much. Because it's like, damn, what would I tell my 19-year-old self?
Right.
Because I wanted somebody when I was 19 to do what we doing now,
Yep.
which is sit my ass down and say, look, nah, sis, you doing a thing, but let me put you right here. And as much as you do deserve that, as much as y'all do deserve that, understand too, another part of the growth aspect though, which is what I was saying, and I'm glad you mentioned it, is that we was on the streets for real, not in these buildings. These buildings are nice.
We
But
couldn't
50
even
degrees
go.
outside, hands
Yo.
frozen, spraying,
Seriously.
painting, dancing, and they really was walking past us, giving us dollars that thought we was homeless,
Yep.
but we really just artists for real. Because I was on Tryon Street in Charlotte, and I was on Cherry Street in Winston, and Greensboro still was not fucking with me.
Me and my
Not in front of
crew.
the Jimmy Johns.
Yo, me and my crew was
Talk-
on the corner.
Yeah,
So
no
when you
box,
have-
no
when
nothing
you have
concrete.
that
In December.
battery, thank you. When you have
Yeah.
that battery in your back like you do, that you
Mhm.
are valid. That's your ancestry talking to you. And so when you come out here and you talking to these niggas and they're beefing with you, they're not beefing with you, they're beefing with your favorite. So you gotta start walking like such. So that's why when me and my brother stuck up on the scene, I'm not gonna do nothing promo to a very popular venue space that will to this day call on y'all to come and dance in that hoe. But turn around and then not gonna represent our style of artwork, it don't bother us. Because my greatness speaks volumes. My lineage is so great because no matter if you include me in your circles or not, you gonna have to see me, folks. And not even that you gonna have to see me, you have seen me time and time again. And every time I come back with 5 more great motherfuckers, 10 more great motherfuckers that's just like me in the underground for real. And I think we need to realize where we are in the community. Like there's an industry, we're already in the industry. Keep it a minute, we're already in the industry. We're a lot further than we've ever been before. We're not in our prime, we're entering into a prime space where we can maximize to get us in our prime, right? But keep it 1,000, this level of the
That's
underground,
not how percents work.
this level of the underground is the cream of the crop. This is where the most talent, this is where hip hop really
Right.
was birthed. Like this right here. It came from a collective group of individuals who had had enough. And they said, you know what, no, I'm about to make something different and make change happen. But it was real from the streets. They from Colombia, they from Puerto Rico, they coming out the hood, they coming out, they may have come from Silver Spoon families, but they was misunderstood. And they wanted to do what we're doing right now, make platforms for themselves. People kept telling them no. And Amelia, you know, we went through so many no's, bro. And it took a long dive bar, a couple dive bars like Shiners, and a couple hole-in-the-wall venue spaces that were like, you know what, nah, y'all valid. And now you getting residency. I remember they wouldn't even look your way. We had professors at these schools that we love and adore so much tell us, nah. And then turn around and get a whack-ass friend scholarship. And now guess what? Now they friends work for us.
Hello.
Yeah, that's why.
That's the word.
And now they
That's
friends. And you know how we walk in these guys, what can I do for you?
Right.
You need help? I miss you. I remember you.
Segue on that because
That's the word.
I said
That's
be
the
ignorant,
word.
and then like she started talking, and then this helps out so much.
Yeah.
Like
it's
she was
love,
saying,
it's
like
not true,
no,
though.
I'm
Like,
saying
yeah.
like I'm saying the reason why I'm saying be ignorant because you said like don't go too wild with it, and I was like nope, can't say that. You gotta sometimes just be ignorant, and the fact of like. The problem with the new school is that they know so much, they see so much that they don't have enough courage to like do their own thing. Like I was ignorant of like what was right or wrong. You know, I went off of what I felt, and like you said, it's something inside of you that is telling you like this is how it goes. So sometimes if you think of a move or something like that, or a dance style or whatever, and you've never seen it before, keep that up, because like there were certain moves that I did until I got to like UNCG and got my degree, and I was like, oh, I be doing this shit by myself. Like I don't even like the first time I took a contemporary class, I was like, I've been doing this shit at home, like when I'm trying to think of like breaking moves, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, think out of the box. But when I see people thinking out of the box and everything else like that, it looks like they're just in the same box as someone else that's being creative. You know what I mean? Instead of like actually being out of the box.
Mimic
like
what they
you put
see.
yourself in a picture like this, and then do a body roll and then drop it on the beat. I'm like,
Which is to your
like-
point, you were just saying and asking for like, have you been to the club and you know
Exactly.
and all that, and I get it. I'm the type of person that because of my lifestyle, because of who I am, I'm not a club person anymore. But I love what you
It's not
said.
talking about people
No,
like
I know.
you. I see you working.
Like, I know, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Is it's up to the newer generation, because I grew up with the old school graffiti writers telling me, you're not doing it right. I can do what you do. Like, stop, get out of the streets. And I was like, no. You're gonna keep doing your thing. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. And they were like, we're not gonna give you the credit for it. And I was like, that's fine. I'm gonna go open my own doors. And you change the narrative of what practice looks like. But you have to do it with the intention of not just bringing yourself up, but you have to bring everybody else that you see the potential of being good in a group up as well. And if you want to change it, you have to go in with knowing that you're gonna ruffle some feathers and growing pains. Like, if you don't have them, like, I remember being the only person in the collective, like cleaning up before a show, like until 5 a.m. so that at 12 everybody could come in, and everyone else said, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. And I was the last person crying my eyes out, smoking a bong, and continue to finish because I knew shit had to be done. But I didn't take it personal. I took it as my journey to make it way easier on anybody behind me. And that, until you feel that, until you eat that shit for real, you don't understand why you're going through it. And then once you do and you change the game, that's when the OGs, they're like, this is what we wanted the results to be out of what they went through. It was for you to go and find your roots to like make something out of it.
And it's hard for y'all because there is so many moves and y'all see all the moves, you know what I mean? Like, but it was harder for us because like, and it was harder for them, you know what I mean? Because everyone sees all the moves, no matter if it's like the 80s, 90s, 2000s, everyone see all the new moves coming out. It's your job to like take all that old shit and also take it to the next level. It's not just taking the new stuff, you see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta take everything with you, you know, that's how you become like a student or a professor, if you will, or even a doctor of your craft, you know, and you like jump genres, you see what I'm saying? So like, but you wanted that smoke and the graffiti side, and you took that same energy and brought it over, you see?
Yes.
So like, you gotta have that fight. And I see that in you, I feel that in you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And
But
it
the
also
people
comes-
that's supposed to be here, that we're supposed to be talking to about this,
they were
like, you know, those are
And so-
these are what we talking about, those excuses that we're talking about.
That is where it shows, you realize that it's people's feelings, personal feelings in their journey, and they're reflecting it on the whole scene projecting that, when in reality it's just saying, it's sort of like a wake-up call. It's the ringer on the phone in the morning saying, go to work. It's like, this is the ringer saying, hey, remember when you were comfortable in your community? Not anymore. Like, you gotta be uncomfortable to grow. Because if you don't, then it goes nowhere.
Yeah, definitely gotta be uncomfortable.
I just think watching y'all like really put in the work, like y'all didn't give you no passes. And it was kind of like, whenever I was looking at them like, damn, like I want that. It was never, they were like, no, you can't have it. You have to get your own. Like, because y'all made it very clear to me. Y'all just made it very clear to me, like, you know, this is that there's value in what I do, But like you said, it's gotta be your own. And like, even though it, like I said, it does move through us. I do think it is ancestral. I could never call myself self-taught. But like, I think whenever it is our time to wear that mantle and pick up that heritage and like make our people proud for real, it does require a bit of bloodletting, a bit of sacrifice to really get yourself out there and really be seen and respected, because that's the only reason why I even mentioned being in this space. Because I deadass remember being in the same space a year ago, talking to the people in here and looking at me like, no, but yeah, you're cute, but no. And then it took them having to see my work, but that's also too, considering who's not here, and this is a very important conversation, another point that was made in the chat that when you're also not doing the work, when you're not doing the work to be seen, and you're just you're waiting on these bookings from your friends to put you on stages, it's never gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
It's, and the thing about it is,
But
because guess what? They're like, oh yeah, damn, Ladarius, you brought 7 great dancers with you, but thank you, Ladarius. And I don't know who the hell you brought with you. Or like, you know, damn, Punch, we know who Punch is, but who was that with you again? And what was the thing she did? But damn, what's her name? You know what I mean? And you don't deserve
that person.
Right, and no, you don't deserve to be looked at like that. You feel me? And yes, you are valid as a dancer, but besides your talent, where's the marketability? Where's the businesses? Where's the literacy in that? And I think that is that's the conversation we really need to be having as a collective between the mids and olds to the new, like teaching them the literacy part.
That's what the young generation needs. That's what like the young generation don't have a mentor to teach them that. The only thing they have right now is like, oh yeah, move your leg this way, go this way, turn your body this way, and you straight, whatever like that. But now they need to learn how to brand themselves. They need to learn how to talk to people. They need to know who do I need to go? Where do I need to go? Talk to who I need to talk to. Because you've probably been downstairs in that area that was talking to Sarah's where, but now that you know people like her and you get to know, knowing her, you're gonna know a spider web of more people that you need to talk to. You met Karen.
Oh.
So now, right, when you meet people like her, you're gonna meet other people and just start meeting top dogs. But because it's like, that's why, because you've been through it. You weren't, to everybody else, you weren't fat, you were trash, regardless. So we said, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go back to my cave. I'm gonna find my skills. I'm gonna take you, take Marion, and I'm gonna take Monty. We gonna sharpen our skills. What? And when we come back, you gonna look stupid as shit.
PTSD. I have PTSD.
I want to be so good. I want to come back so strong.
See, I never had this problem. Sorry.
No, but like Emilio,
No.
like it's just
went a
weird though,
different
like.
way. So
And it does
I never went to them. I made them come to me.
You sir, you definitely.
But see, it was just different with you, and I'm not trying to be funny, but like when I came out, I could always tell it was just always different with you, because when you came out on the scene, and I'm not getting emotional because like I'm sad. I'm getting emotional because like I cannot believe we're having this conversation. Like I remember being frustrated, like telling y'all like, damn, this is fucked up. Like they really fucking want us, but like
we were at gigs after
gig after gig, but like it was never like that with you
Every time you had a
because.
gig, I was like, did they pay you? Like, how many times have I asked you that?
Yeah, now
But you
How
were
many times
bullied
have
to
I asked
them
you that?
though.
Wait,
You
time out.
made
This
them
is
like
a real
eat
question.
their words.
Granted, you are.
How many times have I? Every time.
Yeah, every
Come
time.
back, mama.
And also, he made sure when I got paid my worth. Because one time I was going to sell a piece for like cheap, and he was like, "No, you're not. Give it to me."
I was like, I was gonna pay him for. Yeah, I told him.
He said, "I'm gonna flip it."
He was going to sell this painting for like $50 or $100. I was like, bruh, give me that. I would tell him I'm gonna flip it for like $500 or $1,000.
Yeah.
Like easily. And then like the next week he just raised all his prices. I'm like, no, fuck.
As he should.
But he did give me a nice piece for my birthday. So like, you know.
It was
you
that
get shared
piece.
yet?
That was
Yeah.
it.
Oh
was
yeah,
that piece.
it
I got
was
all
the
the
piece
art.
I told him. It was the piece I told him that I was gonna flip it. I was like, yeah.
Like, no, you're not.
You wanna sell that shit?
I raised all my prices. I was like, you know what? Here, I'm gonna give it to you.
But to our point though, like I said, for you, it was always different. I watched it happen. You didn't give them the room. I think me and Emilio was too nice. I think we didn't realize at the time that no, we fucking like that for real. Like we like that for real, and we deserve that. So when we have people like you beside us, like really telling us like, no, Y'all like
Don't
that.
ask-
Jump
yeah,
out
don't ask
there.
for a validation.
It
dog.
came,
Like, you can't ask for validation.
it became our
It's like, I'm gonna show
mojo,
you what I got.
our walk, and then we
And, like,
surrounded ourselves with more like-minded individuals, and then the collective became the collective because now we're realizing that, oh damn, like, it's not just us anymore. It's there's them, then there's us, and where there's us,
Well,
they are still trying to get by, and
I'm
like,
gonna take a piece from my
Yeah.
big fat Greek wedding. Okay.
oh god.
We got a whole lot of heads that's saying no to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never went to the heads, okay? I always put myself out in front of the people,
Mm-hmm.
okay? The people are the neck. They're gonna turn their head whichever way they want. You know what I'm
Love it.
saying? So
Love it.
I always stayed in the streets. I always stayed in the club. Made like I go to the club, then the club owner comes down to me after they see the people surrounding us. I go to this one event, I dance in front. The people looking at me, the heads come to me. You know what I'm saying? You never go to people unless you know that you got something. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, like this is the game. This is literally the game, okay? If y'all don't take nothing from me, if you don't like me just because of the way I am, because I know I'm an asshole, and some people don't like the way I talk, this is how you get it done. Get the people behind you. Whoever's in charge is going to back you. That's all to it. It's that simple. Okay, if you don't want to ask people, if you get turned away, go to the people that is backing whoever is in charge. You see what I'm saying? Go there. Go into these parks, dance there. Go on the corner, dance there. Go do a show, do something for like a freestyle or something like that. Dance there, whatever the case may be, put your all into it whenever you do it.
Throw a jam.
So,
Do it your way.
What? Boycott these businesses that keep
Yeah.
telling you no. Don't go to their events. Don't support the people hosting. And if you got friends
I want
working
to know
with them,
these
get
people
your
that say no.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Because like,
Don't get me started.
Bro, these people are out there. But what it is,
Thank you.
what we've done, we showed our ass so many times. It got to the point where
Salisbury.
it got to the point where you have no
Oh,
now,
man.
because
I
now
didn't
you
get
now you have no
Salisbury.
choice but to see us. And now that you see us in the streets and everywhere, and now people are saying our names, people are basically looking us up, and they got to the point now we're in your building.
And in rooms that our feet haven't even met the room yet.
Right.
Like the name, but you
Yeah.
can't go nowhere and they
Our
say they
name is in
mentioned
the
in my
room, but
name.
we're not
That's
in
a
there yet.
problem in you. And so, like I said, they're not beefing with you direct. They're beefing with your favor.
Yeah.
That's something only divine can do. That's something only universe and God can do. Like it's not nothing. It's so far beyond you and it's so far above you that literally just do the work. Cause then like watching Al go through what she done, and everyone loves the work. I'm sorry, Tony share the way that that you do your work, and knowing when I met you to where you are now. Same with Emilio, to know where I met you to where you are. Same with you, Corbin. To watch it, I only see it possible.
Put some respect on my name.
I already, whatever. I see it
Some respect.
possible with anybody that comes attached to the group because, for one, the family is tight. That's the reason why we can have these conversations. But for two, the talent is there. So once we get the literacy down, that's why I laughed so hard when Proto said what he said because it's true. We are the problems that we have is that we don't own. We don't own nothing. We don't have no claim on nothing. We the streets. We own the streets.
The thing is
We
this.
own the streets. We own the community. So that's where we operate. But dead ass.
But the thing is this. When they contact y'all, who is talking about numbers? What do you do? Every time. Huh?
Everybody now.
Everybody
Anybody getting booked now because
No,
it's
I'm
a.
saying like, what is that like? New? Is that new?
Well, I mean, you have to understand.
You, Virginia.
Yeah,
Al,
and look at
but
I'm
where we
talking
are
about, I'm talking
now.
about money.
Yeah, but
Yeah, now.
We do now, but that's what they want.
Huh?
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to
That's
show
what
them.
they
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's
what
very
they-
simple. Don't do nothing for exposure unless you really feel that it's going to be exposure.
Beneficial.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if they say exposure, whatnot, think about it. Like when we did the TEDx thing, they said no one gets paid, it's for exposure. I waited. I was like, it's going to be on the website forever. I'm gonna use it. And then what I did with it, I stole that video off of YouTube. I put it through like a YouTube to MP4 converter, and I like splashed that everywhere. You see what I'm saying?
Same.
And I sent it to everything that was like, stuff like that. So if it's like if it's a club or something like that, no, don't do it. If you want to do a workshop, I'm gonna give y'all the numbers right now. Your minimum for a workshop is 125 to 150, an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, minimum. Okay? If you're going to sub for somebody and it's going to be like, last minute, like, yo, right now, your minimum is like 25, but I would go for like $32 to $50 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And that is like a 45-minute class or an hour class. Don't be cutting my shit up. Like, no matter if it's 30 minutes to an hour, that's like $25 to $50 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, and say that and be unapologetic about it. If I'm doing choreography, it's $100 per minute that I choreograph. Like not for the show, but like if I have a show and everything, like you want me to do a 15-minute show, that's $1,500. Period. You see what I'm saying? Also, if you're doing a gig for like a Fortune 500 company, a 5-minute show, that's $1,200. You see what I'm saying? Like easily. Don't take no for an answer just because it's exposure. We did NC State. They still had to kick out like, $1,200 for like a 4-minute show. Period. You see what I'm saying? And I cut everything equal. I didn't take nothing extra, like, just because I booked the gig. And every time I have a gig, like the gig that y'all did, I left with $0. And I still paid you $20. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be righteous. You gotta be righteous in your business, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I gave them their money, gave them the money, blah blah. I had $3.47 in my bank account after I paid everybody. See what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all came through. So you gotta like look at it like that. If you want to be an OG status, you gotta also be willing to like go broke for the people that's dancing for you. You know what I'm saying?
And again,
those are the
I
numbers.
wish more people were like y'all.
Huh?
Like I would not all. Again, that's the problem. Like a lot of OGs are not like y'all.
That's okay.
Like it would be different
Because they ain't
if
OGs.
like that's
They
what.
just old.
And that's what, like it's a big difference.
Yeah,
It's a really big difference.
there is a difference.
I think now, the new gen, speaking for myself especially, well, I think now I kind of know like the difference between mid and old gen. But I think the problem with the new gen is like we confuse the mid and old gen. So we let
Because you don't know who's the OG now.
Exactly.
Everybody's like, I'm tight, I'm it. But like, okay, but are you the OG?
But a lot of these niggas are
Like you would never hear me say I'm an OG.
Yeah.
You until someone say, "Oh, yo, you an OG," I'm like, "Bet, okay, cool," because it's not my place to tell someone else that since I came before you, I was born before you, that I got more knowledge. Nah, like we are here together to grow. You know what I mean? Like I said, I learn from you. Every time I see you do a new move, I'm like, I want to do that. Bam! I asked this dude right here how to teach me how to do flares. Like about a week or two ago. Every time we get up. You know what I'm saying? So.
We came up, all we had was each other. That's just what it was. We all we had was each other. It was 5 or 6 of us, and people we just got tired of hearing them no, so we said, fuck it, we're gonna do these shows together. We're gonna put these events on together, and if they don't fuck with us, fuck it.
Sometimes the asking is the problem. Like we never asked to go out and jam and everything on the corner. Man, I made so many like cop friends, like the cops, like on the corner, like they got our backs. Like there's been many times I've been on the corner or whatnot. Actually, fun fact.
Someone saying
Fun
something.
fact. Oh, we're about to be done in a second.
So,
Cool. Fun
right.
fact.
so we're gonna have to.
Let me get this fun fact out. This cop from the corner, when we used to break on the corner, right? I got stopped at a traffic site. Did not have my ID whatsoever. I remember the dude from the corner. I was like, yo, I don't got my ID. He came, he was like, he's good, and got me out. All because of dancing. All because of dancing on the corner. You see what I'm saying? Like, you never know where your blessings come from, but you gotta put your passion where it is, and then eventually that's gonna circle back around. You see what I'm saying?
Alright, so we're gonna have to cut it for right now. We're gonna reach the end of time.
We're gonna have a part 2.
We're gonna have definitely have a part 2. So right now it's good talk. We're gonna probably continue this next time. But that's all we got for right now. It's your boy William Mars here with
Corbin Dallas.
you're watching
The
Kast GSO podcast.
Okay.
Love y'all.
Yeah.